right. Let me get this thing positioned, and we should be okay this time. I had a lot of technical difficulties there. Nah, come on, man. Why is this shit being so fucked today? There goes the fucking microphone now. Sorry, bear with me just a minute. I think I've about got all the issues worked out here, so we should be good to go once I get the camera sitting in place. Come on, man. Fighting me every step of the fucking way. Jesus. All right. Now, with any luck, we have got this thing under control now, and hopefully we can get some uninterrupted streaming going for you. I've been struggling a little today with getting this camera in here. I can't wait till the new camera system shows up, because then we won't have to play any of these games. What? All right. Can y'all hit the like button for me, please? I'm sorry we got disconnected on the last stream. I was having some difficulties there. The camera ended up dying. I dropped it in water. I had all kinds of a mess this time around. I apologize for that. I'm pretty sure we're going to be good to go this time, though. So if y'all will go ahead and hit that like button, help me get them likes back up again like we were shooting towards. That way the stream stay relevant and the algorithm won't work against us as long as we have a handful of likes in here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it if y'all were back after the last stream stopped on me there. I apologize. The camera died. I didn't have it plugged in because I had my microphone plugged into it to be able to talk to y'all here and explain about these snakes. They're timber rattlesnakes. The scientific name for these rattlesnakes is Crotalus horridus. They are from the northeastern United States. The timber rattlesnake itself is found throughout the eastern United States. However, the ones you're looking at here are typically found in the northeast. That's why they are black like this. The black phase and the yellow phase are most commonly found in the northeast. And in the southeast, they used to be called the canebrake rattlesnake. They have grouped them together into one big group now, and they call them all timber rattlesnakes. I personally myself feel like the canebrake and the timber are slightly different snakes, but who am I to argue with science and DNA? We've got 17 people in here watching. Can y'all hit the like button for me, please? I had my stream stopped just a little while ago, and I need to get the likes back up so we can get this out to a wider audience. All right, let's see if this microphone's working all right. See if this microphone's working all right. I'm gonna try to move the camera again here, see if we can't get y'all a little bit better of a view. Let's see if I can get it sitting on top of the log pile, maybe. I doubt it. It's probably just gonna fall over and make a disaster for us. So let's try to give y'all a little look down in there. They all wanna huddle around the log pile here. I can give you kind of a close-up of one right here underneath the logs. Let's see if we can get him on there. There we go. Let's check him out for a bit. Let's pick this guy up here. We got to put him in some water. Or her in some water, rather. Once again, thanks everybody for watching and tuning back in. If you were here just a little while ago when my stream quit on us, I really appreciate it. If you will, tap the center of your screen there, give us some likes. That'll help boost the algorithm to make our stream relevant and keep people watching. It'll put it out to a wider audience where more people will get the opportunity to see it because they'll see the thumbnail and click on it. Hey, Art, can you rinse this and give me some water? Can you rinse that bucket right there and give me some water, please? I have a rattlesnake here I'm going to soak. He's got some stuck shed. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I'm wearing this microphone so y'all can hear as I move around trying to move the camera and stuff. And I'm sorry when I cough, I try to cover it so you don't got to hear that, but I'm sure you do still hear it. All right, guys, give me just a minute. I'm getting some water to soak one in that has a stuck shed, and then I'll reposition the camera so y'all get a little bit better of a view here. For some reason, they always want to be out until I want to run this camera, and then they decide to hide in the log pile. So, but they'll come in and out. Damn pine straw. There we go. Come on, Bubba. Get in there. We can get the shit off of there. Go ahead and ready. Whoop, 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 whoop. Go. There we go. All right. Perfect. Let me go over here and check on the camera real quick. See if I need to move it for y'all to see a little bit better. Actually, you got a pretty good view going on right now. Looks like we got a yellow phase that has come through that area. And we got a black phase coming the other direction. That's cool. You get to see the contrast between the two. Hey, everybody, looks like we got almost 30 people in here watching. Can y'all get me up to 10 likes, please? If you get me to 10 likes, that's about halfway to where I need to be. When I hit about 20 likes, usually they will keep my live stream relevant, and it'll keep it to where more people get to see the thumbnail and click on it, or it'll show up in your feed as you're swiping through the lives or the shorts feed. But without the likes, that stuff won't happen. We don't ask for any money here. We're not doing any of that. We just simply want your likes. And if you feel so inclined to comment too, likes and comments are the only things that help push these streams out. In this area, Sue, there are 7 of them in this area. These are all adults that you're seeing in this area. We've got 36 people in here. Can y'all hit that like button for me, please? Even if you were here on my stream just a little while ago and you already liked it, can you go ahead and like it again for me? You just double tap the center of the screen. I see people send hearts, and hearts are good as well, showing love for the stream. But the only thing that really helps the algorithm is the likes and, you know, a comment down in the chat. The likes are the main one, though. These are timber rattlesnakes, Crotalus horridus. They're found throughout the eastern United States. These black ones and yellow ones that you are seeing here are typically found in the northeastern United States. The timber rattlesnake in the southeastern United States and farther west and stuff are usually a grayish tan color with almost an orange or bronze stripe down its dorsal, which in layman's terms is the center of the back. And I also, their pattern on the back, if you look, the patterns are rather wide chevrons on these northeastern phases. All of the others that used to be called cane breaks have a much more narrow band on them. So again, I still think there are some differences between the northeastern and the southeastern phases, or the cane break and the timber rattlesnake. As you can see underneath the log right there where you're looking, there's actually a black phase laying underneath there, and then the yellow phase up on top. They will move around. I'll chase them with the camera a little bit whenever they go out of view, try to keep a view for you. We got 45 people in here watching. Can about 10 or 15 of y'all please hit that like button? It really help us out. We really need your help. Without you, we can't keep these streams alive. We got 45 people in here watching. About 10 or 15 of y'all please hit that like button. It really help us out. We really need your help. Now we got 50 of y'all in here. If half of y'all will hit that like button, that's what we would need to keep this stream relevant all night long, all day and all night long. We do intend to have another live stream here in a little while to run at the same time as this one. We are going to go ahead and feed some snakes. We have some different rattlesnake species that we're going to feed. We got some western diamondbacks. We have some speckled rattlesnakes, some Sonoran desert sidewinders, and some more timber rattlesnakes, and several other species of rattlesnakes. We've got banded rock rattlesnakes. I couldn't possibly name them all here. I've got prairie rattlesnakes, etc. And we're going to go ahead and do some live feedings here in just a little while on them. Thank you, whoever hit the like button there. I really appreciate that. Can a few more of y'all do the same thing, please? Again, we're not asking for money or donations like a lot of these live streams do. We're just simply asking y'all to hit the like button. I'm sorry if you hear any of the feedback, the audio coming back through my microphone and not again here, but I'm actually watching on my cell phone as I talk on the microphone that's linked to the camera to make sure that the audio is clear and the video stays clear. Some fun facts about the timber rattlesnake is the timber rattlesnake was and still is in many areas on the endangered species candidate list. The timber rattlesnake, you know, they're usually 8 years to 11 years old before they are sexually mature for the females. And a female, a lot of the times, will only reproduce maybe 2 or 3 times in her entire lifetime. And then there is a low survival rate for those that do successfully have offspring. The babies example, you know, they on average have 8 to 10. They can have anywhere from 5 to 20, but on average it's 8 to 10. And I've seen 6 pretty regularly out of some of them. So if, just example, if there's 8 of them born in the wild, maybe 2 or 4 of them will survive against all the odds. And so it's a very, very slow growing, slow maturing species. And, you know, things like human intervention, you know, roadways, houses, developments, you know, basically deforestation and human intervention has been the major contributing factor to the endangerment of this species of rattlesnake. They have, you know, seen a pretty sizable increase in population in the Northeast over the recent years. They have instated a hunting program in Pennsylvania for them. I'm sure there's a hunting program in other states as well, but I'm familiar with Pennsylvania. And in Pennsylvania, you must have a fishing license and a venomous snake permit. And each year you are allowed to harvest or catch one timber rattlesnake and one copperhead on that permit. Now, when you catch them, you can either keep them as a pet, you can kill them for the skin, the meat, whatever. I would never dream of killing a rattlesnake myself, and I do not hunt them. And either I did hunt one time, and that was this year, because I wanted to get a new large male for new bloodline in my habitat. I didn't want to keep line breeding them, you know, over and over for years on end. So I wanted some new blood. So I did get a new male. Now, in return for me taking that male, I fully intend to release about 20 babies into the wild come next spring. I'm going to take them to a den that I'm familiar with and release them there. Larry, I do have some pygmy rattlesnakes. I have the dusky pygmy and I have the red Carolina pygmies. Larry, I do have pygmy rattlesnakes. I have the dusky pygmy and I have the red Carolina. It looks like I got about 75 people in here watching. Can more of y'all please double tap the center of your screen or hit the like button? I need to get up there to, you know, 20 likes or so. The more the better, but at least 20 likes. When I get 20 likes, it seems to keep the stream relevant. You know, it keeps the algorithm pushing it to a wider audience where I get more people in here viewing. And it just really helps to continue to grow my channel. My channel is actually about 12 years old. However, I have only in the last month and a week to month and 2 weeks started posting my snakes, and I have recently started live streaming over the last several days. And I have many, many other types of snakes as well. I've got cobras. I've got monocle cobras, forest cobras, king cobras, spectacle cobras. I've got bush vipers of different sorts. I've got the Atheris squamageras. I've got Atheris chlorechis. I have got blue insularises, yellow insularises, gaboon vipers, rhino vipers. Yeah, Larry, I believe in Florida y'all have the dusky pygmy. And Sue, I've been doing this conversation just, you know, since the start of the stream here. So I reckon that's probably been 20, 30 minutes. I had a stream going a little bit ago for about 30 minutes or so, but the camera had died on me and I dropped it in the water. So I had to put another camera out there and restart the stream, unfortunately. I hate to ruin the stream for people when something like that happens. Looks like we got about 102 people in here watching. Can y'all please hit that like button or double tap the center of your screen? It does the same thing. Doesn't cost you anything, but it makes or breaks us as far as the stream goes. Really, really appreciate y'all watching. If you feel so inclined, drop a comment. That helps as well boost the algorithm to get this out to a wider audience. Really appreciate y'all watching. Oh, and I see your comment now there, Sue. I read it wrong. How long have I been doing conservation? I have been doing conservation for about 20 years. I have been rescuing timber rattlesnakes that have been hit by cars or lawnmowers, or, you know, somebody who freaked out and, you know, hit them with a shovel thinking they had to kill them or things like that. And I have, patching up their wounds and stuff and, nursing them back to health for about 20 years. I have been into breeding ball pythons and Burmese pythons long before that, back when all you had was an albino and a normal. And I do release into the wild whenever my habitat here, whenever it produces babies, I do release some of them into the wild. I do keep some as well, but because unfortunately, you do have snakes age out. These snakes live, 15, 20 years on average. They can live up to 30 years. So it's good to, keep some younger snakes around. And as I said, I put the first new male in that I have put in over 5 years this year. And I only got the license and went out and field collected him only because I am in South Carolina now, and I no longer get calls from people in the north to go rescue one or remove one from someone's property or something like that. A lot of people don't know it, but a timber rattlesnake, example, the females, when the females are gravid, they'll only go a half a mile, maybe a mile from their overwintering den site. And they will find a nice rocky outcrop to hang out at for the entire summer until they give birth between the end of August and mid-September. And the big males, they will travel upwards of 5 miles from the overwintering den in search of, food and a mate. They're out there looking just to breed and eat. And another fun fact about it is if a rattlesnake, leaves its overwintering den, and let's just say hypothetically they was able to travel in a perfectly straight line for 5 miles, that snake will travel that exact line or path back to his overwintering den when the fall comes to an end. This time of the year right now is when the big males and the non-gravid females are actually making their way back to their overwintering den sites. They will get there. Snakes do not hibernate. They do what's called brumation. It is essentially, I guess, a very light form of hibernation, if I had to explain it somehow. And they... how do I want to say this? I guess in the wintertime, through a brumation state, if we have a day in the winter that it happens to get up to, 55, 60 degrees, which happens, very, very few times, but it does happen sometimes. And when that happens, these timber rattlesnakes may emerge from their dens and come out and get a drink or, bask in the sun just a little bit, and then they'll go back in right in the middle of wintertime. What are you asking, Larry? Is there 2 dog day? I don't quite understand. 120 people in here watching. Can some of y'all please hit that like button or double tap the center of the screen? We really need your likes to keep this stream popular and keep it up there where people see it in their feed when they're scrolling through lives and shorts. And also it helps where people get exposure. We get exposure where they see the thumbnail and click on it and they come and check our stream out. And it really helps the growth of our channel. We're really trying to get right now to 20 likes, but the more the better, but we're really shooting for 20 right now. So if a handful of y'all can please hit that like button, we would greatly appreciate it. And again, it doesn't cost you anything, but it pays off big for us. We're really trying to get right now to 20 likes, but the more the better. We're really shooting for 20 right now. So if a handful of y'all can hit that like button, we greatly appreciate it. And again, it doesn't cost you anything, but it pays off big for us. You look up in the upper right corner of your screen. If any of y'all were in here looking at my baby timber rattlesnake live streams, how I keep telling you that some of them will be yellow phase and some will be black phase. Well, if you look in the upper right corner of your screen, that is a yellow phase timber rattlesnake. And as you see, it's a yellowish green color. The camera does not do it justice. It is much brighter in person. But as you can see, it's green on the top and sort of yellow as it goes towards the belly. And then the black phase, as you see underneath the log there, it is black, and they're very, very dark. I'll be right back with you in just 1 minute. I apologize, everybody. My son was blowing my phone up. I'm sure y'all could hear it. And I had to return his call so he didn't keep blowing it up and y'all have to hear the phone ringing so damn much. Looks like we got 83 people in here. A few more of y'all have hit the like button. Can a few more of y'all double tap the center of the screen or hit the like button, please? Try to get us up to 20 likes. That's what I need, is 20 likes, and that will keep this stream relevant all day and for the rest of the night. And that allows it where we get thousands of people in checking it out. That adds to our subscribers, and that's what we're trying to do, is build our subscriber base up, because what we are doing here with this is we are getting a whole bunch of more camera equipment. Each one of our snakes will have a live stream camera in their enclosure, and you will be able to take tours, virtual tours of the reptiles, essentially like a reptile zoo, but virtually. You can check in on them anytime you want throughout the day, as if they were in an enclosure in your own house. What we're going to do is we're going to have different days for different snakes, and essentially we will, have different times. Example, we'll say, we're going to feed cobras on, Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. That's just an example, but that's our plan. We're going to have, a feeding schedule, a cleaning schedule, a schedule of what snakes are being live streamed at what time. And all you'll have to do is come to our channel, and you'll see all the different streams up there, and you can go ahead and click through them. And we will actually have related links in each one of the streams where you're able to just go from one to the other stream and, keep bouncing back and forth between the different enclosures if you'd like to. We still got 69 people in here right now. Can a few more of y'all hit that like button? I see a few more have hit it. I greatly appreciate that. I would really appreciate it if some more of y'all would hit that like button. It would keep us going. Yes, Larry, that is true. They call it the dog days. Yep, 100% true. Yes, Sue, I'm hoping that it goes over pretty good. I post nothing but reptiles on my channel, except for I have been posting some things about Charlie Kirk. I have started a thing called 365 Days of Charlie Kirk, and it's where I'm going to post a video clip and something inspirational from Charlie Kirk each day for an entire year. Hate them or love them, you know, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, do this. I liked Charlie myself. I liked, you know, how he preached the gospel, and you know, the scripture that he would read to us, you know, on his podcast. And I liked all of that. And I do agree with a lot of his politics as well. However, I don't get political on my channel, and I am open to everybody, you know, so I don't have enemies over politics. I don't have enemies over religion, and I want to keep it that way. And that's why I want to keep it out of this channel as much as possible. And I want people to know, though, with the Charlie Kirk stuff that I have posted, it's not about me trying to go political with this channel. This channel is about reptiles, and that's all it's going to be about outside of the 365 Days of Charlie. As you just seen, that tail that just went by, it has pulled its rattle off. That happens. What happens is, you know, when they're shedding or whatever, they may get it caught between a couple of rocks or something and pull it off, or in the logs or something like that. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, I apologize again. The phone keeps ringing on me. And like I said, I've got just this lapel microphone on. being able to talk to y'all while I'm walking around here and doing some other things. And I just have my phone monitoring it. I appreciate everybody that has hit the like button and everybody who's here checking out the timber rattlesnakes right now. There is another channel that streams rattlesnakes. It is called Colorado Rattlecam. That is a school, a college that puts this on, and they also have one that's like California Rattlecam, where the California one, they are live streaming Southern Pacific rattlesnakes at a mega den, and then also the Colorado Rattlecam is prairie rattlesnakes at a mega den. It's a pretty cool stream too. If y'all get a minute sometime, don't leave my stream right now, but when you're done with my stream, go on over there and check them out. Their cameras are similar to what I will have here as soon as my camera equipment arrives, where they're able to pan the cameras around and they're able to you know, zoom them in a little bit and stuff. And I will have that same type of setup here in the near future. Excuse me. The pollen's a little bit rough, you know. I know it's odd for pollen this time of the year, but for us here in the Southeast, such as South Carolina, we get pollen a couple times a year, and we got pollen going right now, so it keeps you with a little cough and your, you know, itchy eyes and runny nose and stuff a little bit. So I apologize for the coughing. You know, I understand people probably hate it when a guy's coughing into the microphone. I try not to. But it looks like bigger snakes have went behind the log pile, but we give them just a little while here. They'll come back up. Well, actually, as I'm saying it, there's one coming up over the back corner here. Let's see what he's doing. Yeah. You can see his head poking up over there. And on the left side of the log pile there, you can see the yellow phase is sort of propped up over them logs. Actually, there she goes. She's climbing on up over it. I'm going to try to turn the camera just a little bit. Hopefully get you a view of some more here. There we go. Hey guys, everybody, thank you for stopping in to check this out. While you're in here, if you would, hit that like button, double tap center of the screen, either one. Doesn't cost you anything, but it definitely pays off for us here at the virtual Reptarium. It's the only thing that'll help keep the live stream relevant. I know those of you who have been in here a while, you hear me say the same thing over. The reason I do that is for the new people coming in and stuff. Some people come in and watch a little bit and leave. Others come in. So I repeat some things now and then. What we're looking at here is timber rattlesnakes, scientifically known as Crotalus horridus. These specific ones you're looking at are the black phase timber rattlesnakes. There are some yellow phase in there, but there's none in frame right now. The ones in frame are the black phase timber rattlesnakes. They are normally found in the northeastern United States, and The timber rattlesnake is found throughout the eastern United States. However, at one time in the South, they were considered a canebrake rattlesnake. They have been grouped together into one big group now, and they're all considered the timber rattlesnake. I don't know exactly the reason behind that. I don't know if they figured it out by DNA or just some scientists believe so. I have no clue for sure. I should probably research that so I can educate y'all on it as well if I educate myself. But I still feel like they are two different snakes. The ones that used to be called the canebrake have a much more narrow band across their back, and they also are just a gray to tan color. There we go. We got a pretty cool view right now there. That timber rattlesnake is coming out from there, looking right at the camera, inspecting the camera like, what the heck is this? He probably sensed a little bit of heat off of it. They can pick up a very, very minute heat difference with their heat sensing pits. Essentially, they see their prey or anything warm like that. They see it almost like a infrared camera. One more like will get us to 10 likes. Can somebody hit that thumbs up, please? Yeah, the pollen and dust has been horrible. I'm from the Myrtle Beach area, Sue. What state are you from? You don't have to tell me if you don't want. I'm just making conversation. Oh, that's right. You did tell me Alabama. You told me about the rodeo up there. Yeah, so I definitely am interested in possibly checking that out, maybe coming out there to Alabama. I think it's a little bit strange that they have it in March. I mean, that seems like an awfully weird time of the year, but again, who am I? I don't make the rules. As you can see here, the underside of the snake on the belly is white, even on these black phase ones. The yellow phase is white as well. However, when the yellow phase, sometimes the yellow does go clean underneath the snake, like a real bright yellow color. The timber rattlesnake has probably one of the most dangerous venoms of all rattlesnakes. However, it does not make them one of the most dangerous snakes of all rattlesnakes because they're so docile and so reluctant to bite that they're not real dangerous. Now, if you step on one or try to pick one up, they're probably going to bite you. However, if you don't corner them or mess with them or anything, you could stand directly next to them. I could literally go in that enclosure and sit down in the middle of it, and they would probably never even mess with me. I'm not going to put that to the test, you know, because it's just not worth it to me, but it's probably how it would go. You know, you got some people that say, oh, a snake chased me. You know, a snake probably didn't really chase whoever thought that. The snake probably saw their direction as the best direction to try to flee. And like I have told some of y'all yesterday and stuff, I'm the kind of person and the kind of venomous snake keeper that I will not free handle any venomous snake under any circumstances. We use our tools every time. We never free handle. There are many guys on YouTube like Tyler Nolan, Chandler from Chandler's Wildlife, Stone from Stone's World, Justin Igualada, Tom Crutchfield, all of them boys, they do free handle, and I'm not knocking them boys for free handling because it's their choice. I wish that they did not free handle on YouTube for the simple fact that, you know, there could be a couple 12 or 13-year-old boys, you know, that are out back playing in the woods or something, run across a rattlesnake and, you know, remember seeing one of them guys' videos and they tell their buddy, hey, record me holding this snake. And they pick the snake up. They could end up getting bit. And if they're allergic to the venom, you know, they could die of anaphylactic shock. And even if that don't happen, especially, you know, a timber rattlesnake or an eastern diamondback or even western diamondback is going to be a pretty nasty bite. There's a good chance you're going to lose a finger or hand or something like that. And it could also cause other systemic issues. You know, it could end up messing with the kidneys and all kinds of different things. So I believe there's lots of reason to not free handle snakes or any venomous reptile for that matter. We only pin a venomous snake, you know, if absolutely necessary. We do not pin for views or anything like that. You'll never see us doing it for views. We will always be using a hook or tongs. The only time pinning would be necessary is, you know, when you must medicate one or you got to assist or force feed for some reason because one's sick. A good example of this is going to be, we have a rather large eastern diamondback that we got from somebody that could no longer care for him. And he is rather skinny and dehydrated. And we are going to be force feeding him because he will not eat because he is too far gone as far as, you know, being skinny and weak and things. So we're going to go ahead and live stream the force feeding process of that guy, and we will give daily updates on how he does. And now back to the most severe rattlesnake bites. I would say drop for drop as far as venom toxicity goes, the Mojave rattlesnake probably takes the prize for that. As far as the worst rattlesnake bite goes, I would say the eastern diamondback's probably going to take that prize just by the sheer volume of venom that they produce. The eastern diamondback rattlesnake is a very large rattlesnake. In fact, it is the largest rattlesnake species on the planet. And if I'm not mistaken, the Mexican West Coast rattlesnake is right behind them as far as size goes. No, Ricky, I've never been there. I would really like to check out some of these rodeos. Sue actually told me about a rodeo as well. And I think y'all might be talking about the same rodeo. And I really do want to come check that out. I really like rattlesnake, you know, roundups and things like that, as long as they're a no-kill roundup. Or if they're a catch and release type deal, I respect them and, you know, would definitely like to check them out. If y'all would like to see me tube one of these rattlesnakes, I actually have one soaking in water right now with a stuck shed. And I will show y'all on the stream here if you would like me to show you tubing them to, you know, so we can get a close-up look of their face and things like that. If I get if I get 5 people to put a 1 in the chat section, I'll go ahead and show you tubing a rattlesnake and show you some close-ups of them. We got 1 so far, Sue. Thank you. We got 1 so far, Sue. Thank you. All right. I got to walk to my truck. My audio might cut out, but I'll be right back with y'all. I'll talk until I see that it cuts out. And I will get back here after I get the truck, and I'll go ahead and grab the chickens. Guys, I think I'm back now. Come on, chickens, get out the road. Guess I could try to reposition the camera so y'all can get a better look here. I don't know if maybe I shouldn't move it because it seems that they're starting to move back into place. Nope. Ah, darn it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everybody, about that. I'm making a mess out of things here. But everybody's down in the wood pile now. It's starting to cool off for the day the sun's going down, so they're going to want to hide a little bit more. Let me try to get set up a little different here. Let's go with that for a few minutes. I think if I take it over to the other side and sit it on the ground, I can point it back through the wood pile over there where you're able to get a look in there. Looks like we got 44 people in here again. Can y'all give me about 5 more likes, please? If you give me 5 more likes, that brings me 5 away from my 20 like goal, which will keep my stream going for the rest of the day and into the night, overnight actually. And that's the only thing that keeps the stream relevant. I have tried everything possible, and the only thing that does it is the likes. Without the likes, the stream fades out to nothing. Actually, maybe I can get it set up right here somehow. Nope. Come on, you prick. What can I do here? Come on, man. These people don't want to see all this chaos. All right, let's try that for a little bit. Maybe that'll be good enough for a little while here. I hate to move the camera around while you're all watching, but if I don't, then, you know, the snakes get behind stuff. You can't see them. I want to keep them in the frame so y'all get to see what you're here for. We got about 60 people in here. Can about 5 of y'all hit the like button for me, please? Or double tap the center of the screen. It does the same thing. Like I say all the time, it doesn't cost you anything, but it pays off for us. We're not in here, you know, begging for money like a lot of live streams or, you know, donations, any of that stuff. We're simply asking you for your likes. Hey, Joshua, just double tap the center of the screen, and that is the like. When you double tap center of the screen, you'll see a big white thumbs up come up in the middle of your screen, and that's when you know that it has worked. Yeah, you can troll the hell out of me after you like me. I don't care. You're just shooting for that #1 spot, ain't you? You're a couple comments away from it. But yes, it did work. Good deal. Thank you very much. Yeah, that might be why I don't get people to like too often, because they don't see a like button. That's kind of strange how that works. But I see other live streams, you know, and there's people literally just sitting there on their bed, not saying anything or doing anything. And, you know, they've got, you know, 200 viewers and 100 likes and stuff on their videos. And I have a tough time getting people to hit the like button. But now that you just told me you couldn't find a like button, that sort of explains things. So, you know, I'm just going to start saying to double tap the center of the screen. That way, you know, they know that That's how you hit the like on this. Yeah, that's cool. I didn't figure you was a troll, my man. Or you wouldn't have hit the like button. But now I do like trolls because the trolls come in and they talk shit in the chat or the comment section, and that just helps boost the algorithm for me. Mm-hmm. These guys can't make up their mind where they want to hang out today. It's because the sun has gone down. When the sun's up and there's sunny spots, they'll stay in one area quite a bit. That guy right there that you're seeing, he is the most active of all of these guys all the time. He is the new, oh geez, about dropped the camera on in there again like earlier, but he is actually the new male in this collection. Can some of y'all double tap the center of the screen, please? That's the like button on these short videos. Just double tap the center of the screen and give us a thumbs up. In this specific habitat, Josh, there are 7. I have a much bigger habitat as well that I intend to live stream, but with that habitat, I can't really chase the snakes around with the camera for y'all to see. So I'm going to have different cameras set up in there that are on motion, where whenever a snake moves, it'll flick to that camera. But I got, see, there's one right over there going. There's one underneath the water tub. There's underneath that log right there, there's a couple of them under there. There's the yellow face. She's got her head poking out right there by that black face crawling up. We got another black phase right there. And then there's a couple other smaller black phases up underneath this stuff. And then I've got one soaking in a bucket of water right now because it has a stuck shed, and we're going to help her or help him get it unstuck. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go grab my tube and get that snake put in a tube, and then I will put them on camera and show you as I'm removing the shed from that snake. So I'll let you watch these snakes here while I get my tube set up and get them all set up in the tube. So I'll let you watch these snakes here while I get my tube set up and get them all set up in the tube. There you go. I guess you can watch that guy while I get set up here. Or actually, they're coming back around over here now, so we can also let you check that guy out, because he'll climb on that opening. So I'll move it on up a little bit there. Sorry, y'all got to see it there, man. That's my bad habit there, Pepsi. Yeah, like Josh said, this guy's cool. You know, it's a cool stream. Where else you gonna see a bunch of live damn rattlesnakes at? Hit that like button, guys. Come on now. There's 49 of y'all watching. You gotta like it or you wouldn't still be in here watching. Double tap the center of that screen for me. Hey, girl. Good job, girl. You tubed yourself. Look at that. All right. We got this rattlesnake all tubed up. Let me get the camera down here. I'm going to bring the camera to the ground a minute so y'all can see and show you what we're going to do here. We're going to get this stuck shed off of her. She's been stuck shed here for a couple of days now. So we're going to try to get her in the view of the camera. We try to give you a quick view of her face and stuff here. Let's see. There you go. Let's see. There's a close-up. As you see with the black phase, the eyeball is black. With the yellow phase, the eyeball will actually be yellow. And then the venter, or the bottom, a good look at the bottom. And I have told y'all about how to tell the difference in male and female in other streams. I'm going to show you on this snake here real quick. This snake has pulled its rattle off. Let me get a little bit of skin off of here, the shedded skin that's stuck, so we can see better. Okay, so right here, this is the vent, or the butthole. And these scales that you see going straight across that are black are called the subcaudal scales. For a timber rattlesnake, if they have 21 or more of those subcaudal scales, they are considered to be a male timber rattlesnake. If they have under 21, it is a female timber rattlesnake. This snake right here, I believe to be a female, but we're going to count the subcaudal scales here to find out. A female can have more than 21. On rare occasions, it does happen, but we're going to count these just to find out. So you ready? And what you do is you start at the first one after the vent. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it actually appears that there are 23 subcaudal scales on this snake. So it is actually supposed to be a male specimen. And another sure way to tell, and right here, you know, so this here's another sure way to tell. As you see, it comes to a gradual taper from the body. If it was a female, it would get to the vent, the butthole. It would get right here, and it would be fat all the way to that point, and then it would pinch down to a little short, stubby tail. And we're going to go ahead and pull this stuck shed off. I'll try to keep it in frame for you. It's kind of tough when you're holding a rattlesnake and peeling their skin off when they don't really want to be held. They're not a real social animal. Let's get this stuck shed off. It's all dried up on the poor little guy. They had been treated for snake fungal disease. It's ophidiomycosis. It is something that can attack all snake species. However, timber rattlesnakes are extremely affected, bad by snake fungal disease. Come on, back on out of that tube for me, boy. Come on, boy. I was calling you a girl, but I guess you're a boy. So let me help you get this shed off of here. I'm waiting for one of the experts to come in here and tell me that's not good to peel the shed off of this snake like this. But it will not hurt the snake. It's not good to do if the shed's not ready to come off. But with this guy, I know he's ready because it was stuck and he's got it off of his belly already. It just simply didn't come off of his back, and a lot of that is because of the snake fungal disease that we were fighting with these guys. I can't back up too much more because he's about to turn around on me. Nope, straighten out. There you go, Bubba. Okay. So yeah, but he will turn around on me in this tube. Let me try to give you another look. And actually, I'll go ahead, I'll grab a hook and I will actually let him out of the tube and have him on the ground here and show you some. So let me turn my camera here this way and let me grab a hook real fast. I've got one sitting right over here. Don't go nowhere. It'll take me 1 minute just to grab a hook and I'll be able to get you a little bit better footage here of the snakes. Or this specific snake, actually. The fuck's my hook right there? All right, so we've got a hook and we've got a rattlesnake. Come here, dude. Come over in the camera view. Here, there you go. There you go. So, this is a small male timber rattlesnake. This rattlesnake here is probably in the neighborhood of 5 to 7 years old, if I'm guessing, judging by size. The rodeo is March 27th through the 29th. They are Eastern Diamondback rattlesnakes. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Ain't no more of y'all have double tapped the center of that screen yet for me? Come on, guys. Double tap center of that screen. We got 60 people in here. If 10 more of y'all just double tap the center of that screen, that's all we'll need for the rest of the night and the morning to keep this stream relevant, guys. There's another one. Come on, a couple more of y'all. Double tap the center of that screen. You probably won't find an actual like button, but if you double tap the center of your screen, that gives the thumbs up as well. All right, Bubba, you ready to go back to your house? That's where you're headed, huh? You're going to your habitat? Get going, rooster. You don't want to come near this rooster. I'm telling you. There you go. Get the heck out the way. Here. All right, let's go. Let's take you over here and put you in your habitat. Let's see here. You see that guy hanging upside down in the doorway over there? But all right, dude, come on here. Go on down there on the rock and go where you want to go. We got your stuck shed. All right, guys. Let's try to get you set back up here again. All right, guys, I'm not going to be talking for just a few minutes here. I've got to walk away from the camera just a minute. But while I'm gone, guys, please double tap the middle of that screen. Give me some likes. That's the only way to do the like on these live streams, just by double tapping the center of the screen. Like I say, it don't cost you anything, but it pays off for us. Please, guys. It looks like a couple more have hit the like button. A few more of y'all to go. It looks like I need about 8 more to get to the 20 that I'm looking for. So if y'all will double tap the center of that screen, it'll help put us to our goal. I need about 8 more to get to the 20 that I'm looking for. So if y'all will double tap the center of that screen, it'll help put us to our goal. What's up, little rattlesnakes? Hi, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? Look, I'm trying to show y'all that these rattlesnakes do not want to bite you. Snakes do not come to attack people. They don't do any of that stuff. They're simply trying to move and keep themselves safe. That's all they want to do. You hear this guy rattling. Looks like they're on the move again. Let's see if we can't get the camera moved into them. There's the yellow phase over there against the left side of your screen. Right back here is a black phase. 62 of y'all in here, will you please double tap the center of your screen? That's the thumbs up on live streams. You just double tap the center of the screen. And again, it don't cost you anything, but it pays us really well to get more people to see the video. It helps boost the algorithm. It does all kinds of good stuff for us. Our channel is not monetized, so we do not get money from your views. We do not ask for donations. We don't beg for money like a lot of live streams. We just simply want your likes. We do not ask for donations. We don't beg for money like a lot of live streams. We just simply want your likes. That guy over there, he's constantly climbing on the opening. There's a little lip there that he wedges his body in. You know, he sort of flexes his muscles between the wire and the wood, and that keeps him tight in there. He wedges himself in and climbs all the way around the thing. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the camera back down in there on the ground level where we can get close to them and have them climb up to the camera again, maybe. With any luck, they'll do it. Ah, darn it. That didn't work. Ah, darn it. That didn't work. Come on. There we go. Get a better grip on this thing. There we go. Okay. Nope, you can't see them right there, unfortunately, so we'll have to try to find a better spot. It's just a bad spot where they're sitting. I can't really get the camera to them right now where they're sitting. I wish I could. I guess we could put it over here and get a look at this guy. There we go. As you can see, this guy is missing his rattle altogether. That was from the ophidiomycosis, the snake fungal disease that we was battling. Snake fungal disease is a keratin-eating fungus. It is similar to the fungus that people get on their toenails. You remember the old Lamisil commercial? It's similar to that. It eats the keratin away. if you don't catch it early enough, it can become systemic and it can infect their internal organs and kill the snake. Luckily, and thank God, we was able to catch it early enough in these guys. That's why, you know, a lot of these guys are actually where they're at here, because they needed treatment, and we've been giving them treatment, and they're doing really well now. 56 of y'all in here. Come on, another 5 or 6 of y'all. Double tap the center of that screen for me. It doesn't take you but a second to double tap that screen and doesn't cost you nothing. Why not? You're in here watching. Why can't you hit the like button, please? I'm going to go turn on their heat lamp. If I do that, they'll all want to climb to the top of that wood pile there. There we go. That's a pretty decent view. 56 of y'all, come on. About 3 or 4, however many, a couple more of y'all. Double tap the center of that screen. That's the only thing that keeps us going here. Y'all must like it a little bit. You're in here watching, so please double tap the center of that screen. Help those out who have already given the likes. Help keep the stream relevant so they can find it again, and so you can find it again if you want, and so other people get to see them. Yes, there are a specific type of vet to treat reptiles. Usually it's an exotic vet. And even some exotic vets still won't treat reptiles. It's very difficult to find ones. Um, I'm my own vet. I diagnose them myself and stuff. And then I have a vet that I go to that will write the prescriptions for me for the medications and things. Even like example, let's say a respiratory infection, you have to test that to find out whether it's a gram negative or a gram positive bacteria. I actually have the microscope and all of the equipment to do gram staining myself, so I'm able to tell what specific bacteria it is to get the specific medications and things like that. We got the black one moving out, and it looks like the yellow one is going to come in behind him. For those of you who weren't here earlier when I was explaining it, these are timber rattlesnakes. They are scientifically known as Crotalus horridus. Timber rattlesnake is found throughout the eastern United States, as far as northern Florida, all the way up to New England, as far as west as Alabama, and into some of the eastern and northern portions of Texas, all the way out to Minnesota. And back in the day, they were called a canebrake rattlesnake in the southeast. In the northeast, they've always been the timber rattlesnake. They have some time ago they have lumped them all together into one big group, and they claim that they're all timber rattlesnakes now. However, my personal belief is there is still a little difference between the canebrake and the timber rattlesnake. Yeah, the vets are just out of control. You know, a lot of professions anymore, want to pick and choose what they look at or work on and things like that. It's, I hate it that it's like that. I see no reason for them to be like that. If I was a vet, I would gladly see people's reptiles or large animals. I know people specialize in different things, but it's very, very difficult to find a vet. And then when you do find a vet that'll see reptiles, 9 times out of 10, they'll refuse to see a venomous reptile. Come on, damn it, man. There you go. I apologize, guys. Like I say, I'm manually moving the camera around right now. It won't be like that forever. I have camera equipment on order. Soon as stuff arrives, I'll be able to get it all set up, and we won't have to manually move the camera around anymore. I won't have to interrupt y'all as often checking the snakes out. We have dwindled down to 25 people watching. So there's 12 of them who have not yet hit the like button. You 12, if you will, please double tap the center of that screen for me. If not, we're going to keep losing numbers until the stream's just no longer relevant. If all of you last 10 in here that haven't hit the thumbs up yet, hit that thumbs up. It will definitely keep the stream relevant, and it'll boost the numbers back up of who's in here watching. So please double tap the center of that screen for me. Yeah, it blows my mind that I can't get people to like the videos. I get a handful of likes. It blows my mind because, like I say, if you scroll through the live feed here, you'll go and you'll literally see people sitting on their couch doing absolutely nothing, staring at their phone, nothing of any substance, value, or nothing, and they will have 100, 200 likes and stuff for doing nothing but sitting in there talking shit to people who write comments they don't like, or begging donations out of people and stuff. I guess if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I truly believe that some people like these videos, otherwise we wouldn't have the viewers in here. Maybe they don't speak the English language and they don't understand what I'm asking for. I don't know for sure. I don't know if anybody in here, can go put in Google Translate and get a couple different languages and paste it in the comment section or something. Maybe they'll see that and hit the thumbs up. You just tell them to double tap the center of the screen if anybody can help me out with that. All right, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and move the camera. We're going to move it on into the baby timber rattlesnakes for a while here. It's getting to be evening time. These guys are going to go ahead and den up for the night. So I'm going to get y'all moved in there to the baby timber rattlesnakes. I'm just going to carry the camera right on in there right now to do it. And it'll take me just a minute to get you there. So just bear with me here. Just a minute, I'll have you there to the babies. 46 people in here watching right now. Double tap the center of that screen for me, guys. Come on. Help give me some likes here. I really need the likes to keep this stream relevant. I know I asked 100 times, but there's different people in here. You know, people come and go, so it would really, really help us out tremendously. Okay. Get this set up here.
You're landing in 45 minutes. There's an ambulance there to take you to the nearest hospital, and your parents are on their way. All you have to do is hold on.
You just said the night.
Here. I want you to listen to something. You hear that? You are not going anywhere.
All right, guys, there we go. We're timber rattlesnakes. Let me close this door so you don't hear the TV in the background. All right. There we go. I'm going to put y'all on these baby timber rattlesnakes for just a little while here. You're not going to hear from me for just a little bit. I will be back to the camera here in a few. I got to go out and close up some reptiles for the night and stuff. I got to close my snake room up and everything. So enjoy the snakes for a little while I go handle all of that. I'll be right back with you in a little bit. And for anybody that just came in, don't know what you're looking at here, they're timber rattlesnakes, also known as Crotalus horridus. They are found throughout the eastern United States. The ones you are looking at here are about 13-day-old babies. Awesome. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate your help with that. Once I get the rest of the stream and everything set up and ready to roll, if you don't mind, I would like to maybe make you a moderator. If you will, if you don't mind, you don't have to, but my email, I'm going to type it in right now. This is going to be coming from a different account, so this email address you're about to see come up. Send me an email.
Dr. Larson, look, this is your second day back. You don't want to go down this road. Even if
So my email address is Walker Karen, WALKERKAREN 829 at gmail.com. Can you send me an email? If you don't want to, I understand, but if so, I'd like you to, because I'd like to talk with you about possibly being a moderator when I get the full channel running. I don't know what's going on here with the live stream. Something is happening here, though, that it's flickering and stuff. Let me flip the camera and try flipping it back. Nope. That didn't do it. Let's cut the video and turn it back on, maybe. All right, guys, if y'all can still hear me, I apologize, but it looks like the thing's glitching. So I'm going to have to probably stop this stream and restart it. So if you will, keep your eye open. Let me go ahead and stop this. I'm going to immediately restart the stream. I don't know how else to get the thing to quit glitching like it is. I don't know what happened, why it's doing this, but we'll go ahead and get the problem solved by restarting it.